I want to create from a different place. I want to get back to creating from like a place of passion and not like just
stress and
doing
deadlines.
Stuff. Yeah, you know. Happy New Year, creatives. Welcome back to another episode of the Creatives Are Essential podcast, where we have therapeutic conversations for the creative mind. I am Christina. That's your cue, Will.
I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, yeah, he's not used to being in the seat. So.
Oh, yeah. I'm Will.
Des.
And I'm Joe. Wagwan, friends.
That's funny. This is our first episode of 2022.
Yeah, and we tripped out the gates.
Right out. Well,
it's all right.
Real quick, off the top of your head, give me one word to describe how you feel about 2022.
2022?
Mm-hmm.
Can it be a sound?
Can it be two words?
She said, can it be a sound?
A word. 2 words, then Will.
Yeah,
I was going to say realistically optimistic.
I was going to say optimistic.
Well,
Wait,
I was going to say optimistic.
Crap, now I got to come up with
I think we
else
all
now.
were. Like, what's the sound, though? I want to hear what the sound was.
No, we're doing words.
I mean, just humor us.
We should all do a sound.
That was it?
Yeah.
That's my
like
sound.
you want it to be good. And, we all start off the year like, resolution, working out, these things. And then like March, it'd be like.
Not even March, it'd be like January 23rd.
Bro. So I just don't, I don't want it to be like that. I want to keep the momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your word is?
I'm going to say optimistic.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
Your word is optimistic, realistic.
Since she said optimistic, I'll just say realistic. We'll put ours together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. That's sweet. I'm going to say hopeful.
Hopeful.
I'll say hopeful.
I'm going to say cautious.
Yeah. I'm
just stepping in cautiously.
Yeah.
You know?
C22.
Like I'm just dipping my toe in. Like, what we doing here? You know?
Honestly, I've already kind of got a little bad taste in my mouth because Betty White passed away.
Yes,
that was
no.
That was 2021.
I know, but I'm just saying, like 2022, don't start. Don't let this be like the precursor to what this year is.
That was like the day before
December 31st.
Yeah, that was crazy.
She was like, I'm out.
She was
about to be 100. She was gonna be 100 in like 2 weeks.
That's
crazy. She said, "Listen,
we don't deserve her."
She was like, 2021 was enough. I'm checking out before, 2020. I don't know.
Somebody said that. She's like, she saw 2022. Was like, nope.
God,
I'm out. Beat me up.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, before we go any further on the New Year's stuff, if you are a part of the squad, we want to thank you guys for tuning in all 21 with us. However, if you are listening to this podcast and you are not subscribed,
what are you really doing?
Come on.
Like, can we fix that right now?
Yeah. It's New Year, new you. Go ahead, click that red button.
I hate that.
New year, new me.
I hate that term. But no, for real, like subscribe. We're here every 2 weeks, so you can expect a new episode, twice a month.
Join the squad. Quit playing.
We have dope conversations, and we plan on having dope people on the podcast this year. So, like, what are you doing? Yeah. And secondly, our deeply melanated brother is not here with us today.
Yes. Hey, Mark, we miss you, buddy.
Hey. Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. You know, it was funny. I was thinking last episode, he was like, man, it's just working its way down the line. And Des very smartly said, I rebuke it. And it jumped over.
The COVID just went pop.
Yep.
I thought it was a joke when he texted us. And
I'm like,
saying that he had it? Or
that
he probably had it.
I'm like, what? Yeah. And I'm like, oh no, he's not joking. He's serious. I'm like,
I'm
done.
Des hit him with the skip turn.
reverse.
Skip.
Yo, I'm so over COVID.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's just like, annoying.
It's turning up like a lot right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Marion is doing his thing out here.
Bruh,
it's like five new people every day. I keep hearing about
real talk.
5 or 6 people. I'm like,
so
God.
lost.
people who are getting it. Like,
okay, wait, I don't think that.
So Marion, because he went
they call Omarion. They call Omicron Omarion.
Yeah,
it's like a slang term.
Oh, I'm like, what did I miss?
Is that the first time you've heard that?
Yes.
Wow.
I haven't been on social media, guys.
Okay, that says I can tell.
So y'all actually call it Omicron in your house?
We don't call it nothing. We be like COVID.
I call it Omicron.
Drink this.
But when other people say Omarion, I just know what they're talking about. But I call it Omicron. I'm like, this Omicron is crazy.
I just have to show you this meme. It's hilarious.
That's why I was so confused. And you started dancing. I'm like, wait, so that Omarion has COVID?
No, look. Like, oh, it's just a cold. And like, nope, Omarion. Oh my god!
That's hilarious.
Oh, because that's the voice.
It's like
the
reveals. It's actually me, Omarion.
But that's actually so. That's what he's saying.
Huh?
The mass
singer.
Yeah,
well, yeah, but
I said the voice, but that was
hey,
the wrong
you know
show.
they can't see the thing that we're referring to.
It's like never describe a meme because you're just not gonna get it.
That point.
You're not gonna get it.
It's just so funny though. I'm like, first Omarion with this stupid dance that he was doing that blew up on TikTok, and now you got to go.
Wow, Des has been off on like she doesn't even know about the dance.
That's cool.
There's a dance.
There's a dance.
Oh, he just did it. I'm looking like, what is that?
But now he gotta.
Why does that remind me of like Timmy Turner for some reason from the Fairly Odd Parents?
I don't know. That is very random
I
as
don't
well.
know. I don't know. Anyway, continue.
But yeah, so that was like the thing that's like keeping him relevant right now for a while.
Yep.
This man done went.
I mean,
it's true. This man done went and created a whole COVID variant.
Yep.
To stay relevant.
Well,
who does he think he is?
Listen, people, these entrepreneurs got to get creative.
Like, listen. He's like, I gotta find ways to stay relevant.
Maybe they can name the next variant after me. So stupid.
Oh my gosh.
But even like, why is that so funny?
It's a hustle. It's a hustle.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Even like sports teams and all that stuff have had to like postpone games and like cancel. And you probably speak to that more than I could, but I just know like the Heat game the other day, they had to postpone it. I think they were playing the Spurs. And I'm like, do you understand that I am writing for these games so that I could get my 50% off pizza from Papa John's every time they win?
Come on.
Wait, so you
coupon code Heat win?
So you place a bet or something?
Oh, sweetie. No.
How does that? No. I just heard free pizza in the game.
No.
Not not free pizza, but like half off.
It was how he just did it. He's like, so wait.
No, like when the Heat win,
look at his face.
He's genuinely when the Heat win a game, the next day you can use the coupon code Heat win to get 50% off your order at Papa John's.
Okay. I was so hungry. Bet that up.
Y'all just let me know when they win one, because I don't watch.
I got you.
Thank you.
And I was so hungry for pizza that night, that next day, and then I saw that the game was postponed, and I was like, I mean, could I have got the pizza?
Sure. But who wants to pay full price?
But like knowing that I'm paying 50% more than I have to, like I'm just
gross.
It tastes better that way.
Yeah.
Like
when it's spent less money.
It just hit different. But
real talk.
Y'all think they're gonna shut down again?
Honestly, I feel like that's where we're moving.
I don't think so, because
I don't think so.
They say it's gone from like 10 days to 5 now.
It's gonna be 3 in a second.
But but you know what? I don't believe that that's really like because of like safety protocols. I think. Oh my goodness.
It's Christina over here. Why is it so funny to me? I don't know. I'm so sorry.
She tired. That's
I am. I'm not that funny.
Is.
That was good.
Listen, I love telling jokes when Des is tired. It makes me feel like I am Dave Chappelle. Like it's a boost for my confidence.
I'm not even gonna repeat what I said. Y'all play that back.
Yeah, we'll catch it when we catch it.
Mm-hmm. My bad. Go ahead.
I don't remember what I was talking about.
Sorry.
Thanks a
the
lot,
shutdown.
Jerk. Oh yeah. I think we are moving forward, but I think that whole like moving to 5 days, I think that's more of a political thing.
But I think all of it is going to be not political, just capitalism.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm sorry.
Like I don't see them shutting down again. Would it be beneficial, especially with this variant that isn't as,
life-threatening?
Deadly, life-threatening.
And it's spreading very like a lot faster.
Yeah.
a lot faster.
And you can kind of knock it out pretty quickly. So I'm like, should we shut down for at least 2 weeks? Yes. Will they though? Probably.
No,
I don't
because
think so.
I mean, well, this isn't the show for this, but I'm just saying, the fact that there wasn't a federal like mandate to say we're not doing this and we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Like this could have been done in maybe 3 months. I think maybe even less had we really nipped this in the bud on the front end. Mm-hmm. But we're America. And
gotta be different.
We have all of our freedoms, and you can't like, oh God, shut up. Like, just like but real talk. Think about it. Like, I knew from the jump we're not gonna really do what we need to do, and this is just gonna be a part of us. Like, because like seriously, like
they said it's gonna be like an epidemic by like 2024, where it's never really gonna go away. It's just gonna we're just gonna live with it.
We weren't responsible. That's just the way I see it.
The only thing I'll say is that, like, when the shutdown happened, you had a lot of celebrities, like, who are rich and can stay home and not go to work, telling people who need to work to live, like, hey, stay home, stay home. And I think that kind of created this divide, because now it's got people looking at celebrities like, we have to go to work, you know? One stimulus check in 4 months isn't going to...
Right.
I'm not even going to lie to you. When them stimmies came out, I was like,
Joe, Joe, you got some more for us? You got more of them stimmies?
Because it was so timely in the time that I needed it, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
It did come through.
Yeah.
And then they hit with the second one. I'm like, keep it coming.
I mean, we still here, you know? But now we're feeling the effects of that with all this inflation.
Facts.
I'd love to have one more. There's another one coming out, but it's for people with kids.
Dang.
Like dependents.
How soon can we... expecting mothers or like already out?
Are we talking about 9 months?
I think like
10 months.
They're walking around and everything. I think.
All right.
I mean, but
Des, Christina, we can have a talk offline. You want this money or not?
We just went way left. Am I done behind smiling? I'm like, no way. What you talking about?
All right, that must be y'all. Oh my god! No, thank you. No, I'm curious though, if they were to shut down, how that would affect creatives now, because we know the first time it was a shutdown, we was in these streets.
Yeah.
We was in these streets.
Yeah, I
turned up
literally. The only ones in the streets.
For real.
Yeah, literally. I don't know. I think it would be the same thing as before. It would put us under like a spotlight for whatever companies or clients we have.
Yeah.
Because everybody's at home, so they're relying on digital content. So now we're, top priority.
What if they actually don't let us out the house this time? Like, it was
that's
very
scary.
lax.
Yeah. That's kind of scary. If I'm
not
allowed,
but like, we were out.
Curfew.
We were shooting. We were doing all the stuff that we weren't really supposed to be doing.
Right.
Yeah. That's when it was
against
fresh,
our
too.
will. We had jobs and obligations that we had to do.
Yeah. And not all bosses are thinking about the pandemic like other people.
No.
That is true. No.
I'm not going to say nothing about that. But yeah, I'm just curious to see if it would be like how it was before. I mean, because creatives are essential. That's how we got the name for it. We was working.
Yeah.
That was its birth.
Like 12-hour days.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to be creatives are.
I don't get
Blank.
it.
Sorry. I'm done.
Like fill in the blank or something?
It was funnier in my head. I'm just
like because we weren't essential.
Because she said that's where we got the name from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like the first half of this episode is just us trying to understand each other's jokes.
Yeah.
Bear with us. I'm sorry. If this is the first time you're listening, just
not gonna lie. Like New Year's Eve, I'm still recovering from it.
Yo.
Like I haven't. Like I'm kind of
like just everything that day.
Yeah, and just being up so late, waking up the next day, and then having to go get up for church. And I thought yesterday was Monday. I thought yesterday was Monday.
Yesterday felt like Sunday.
Because Friday was New Year's Eve. And so waking up on Saturday, it was just still trying to recover from that and then having to go to bed and wake up again to go do stuff in the morning. Like I needed another day to just like sleep in.
Yeah, I understand.
I felt very groggy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like, dang, I'm really getting older because I
These
was
knees
out.
ain't what they used to be.
Ain't even gonna try that. I don't know what the needs are now.
Right.
You know? But I didn't leave. I mean, I got home around 2 something, maybe 3.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Serious.
driving on 595, like, Lord, help.
Father.
Take the wheel.
Seriously,
Please. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not as young as I used to be. Meanwhile, though, I can stay home and be up until 4 or 5. I can be here until like 5, 6.
I mean, I feel like I can do it, but I'll pay for it later on.
I know you're a little older than
Yeah,
so.
keep it up. Wait till you my age. You gonna keep living.
Oh man.
But it's just trying to get our footing here for going into the new year.
How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about like what was your vibe, your mood going into going into 2022? Like how did it feel for y'all?
I guess just a little stressful just because of like the situation. There was should I talk about it?
What?
I'm talking about like the COVID testing and everything.
Oh.
It's fine.
I mean,
there was just we ran into some hiccups for our New Year's Eve service.
Oh, okay.
And
it
didn't go as smoothly as
it could have.
So y'all do the stay until midnight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we did do that. We didn't do that last year.
Right, but this year. Okay.
I wish we would have did
do it
earlier?
An earlier service.
Oh.
It just kind of hung up, but again, it was what it was. But it to me it was a little bit. Well, I'll say it. The way I look at it, it was like I felt like it was just one of those things where, I'm gonna get a little
deep,
emotional.
No, a little.
Need a tissue?
Ministry right here, but like it's like but like I feel like the devil saved his last little bit for the end of the year, like and like everything
that could go wrong did go wrong.
It was about that, you know what I mean? And it's like I felt like even in spite of all the foolishness, like we have a choice and a decision. Like either I can sit and like fester in this and allow it to affect my mood and how I deal with people, or I can just say, you know what, you thought you're doing everything you can to mess with me, but like you know what. In spite of, I'm gonna
still be positive.
Still be positive. I'm gonna make sure things are going well in the areas that I'm over, and you're not gonna get me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we still gonna be Gucci. We gonna be good. So like I just kind of that was my posture, going into the new year, and even today, just like in spite of like all of the stuff that you try, like you're not gonna get me. You know what I'm saying?
Dodging it.
Straight up. Oh. Straight up. Yeah,
Gotta
man.
be quicker than that.
Yeah.
I love when that commercial came out. That was so funny.
Which commercial?
Gotta be quicker than that.
Was that State Farm?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
With the fishing line. Yeah.
I love car insurance commercials.
Now, yes.
Like when you just think of they are really creative. You know what I'm saying? Like because they have to sell a really boring thing. You have to sell car insurance. How do you make that appealing?
Yeah.
But car insurance commercials are dope.
And just think, if we go into a shutdown, maybe some of those creatives can't create those commercials. Then where are we? What are our commercials going to be then?
They're going to be over Zoom.
I gotta tell you, I'm looking at Des and William, and they're just like, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, I had a passing thought. I just was thinking, I was like, but can there really be a shutdown? Because if people are vaccinated, you know what I'm saying?
What does that mean? There's a bunch of people vaccinated right now that
almost
got COVID.
every
No, I'm
athlete,
not saying you can't. Huh? Go ahead.
Almost every athlete that's playing in a professional league is vaccinated. And a lot of them jokers got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not that you can't get it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, do you think they would try to use that as a reason to not do a shutdown?
No. I mean, well, I don't know if they would.
Saying.
They could. But also, in my mind, that doesn't make any sense because all these vaccinated people also
are still getting
this whole thing don't make no sense. If you really flesh it out, like that's a whole different topic. I just be confused.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone has their own way of doing things, but everyone's way doesn't make sense. If you really iron it out and like look at it, it doesn't make sense.
Like
so it's like you have some people that wear a mask and then when they're okay, let's say you're around a whole bunch of people, right? And you wear a mask, but then like you talk to certain people and you put it down. But then like another person come in, you put it up. But if that person was around that person, you get what I'm saying? So like, it's the same thing. It's and I'm guilty of it too, where it's like it doesn't make sense, but then you're trying to be mindful, but then like I don't know, man.
It's true.
It's confusing.
It's like a level of comfort though.
The mask.
Yeah. Like,
I feel better walking in Publix with it on than with it off. Because I feel like if I don't have it on, which I haven't in a while, but I don't know. I just feel weird.
I mean, I think to me, it's like, can I do my part in this small area? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But like, I understand where you're coming from too, because some stuff we just do, but it doesn't make sense because it negates what we just did. Like,
what do you have?
It's a constant contradiction,
right? And like even like with doing testing, like we were doing the testing before the service. Okay, you get tested, you get your negative test, and you come inside, but then you're going back and forth from outside to go and get stuff amongst all these other people
who haven't gotten tested
yet. Yeah. So it's like that negates the point, like, because now you have a negative test, but you could have just contracted something.
It's just a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, and sometimes we look at it from like, oh, well, I know them. Well, someone you know can have it too.
You know, and again, guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but it just doesn't make sense.
The fact, I think when it comes down to everything is that we're over it. And we're trying, we cut corners when we're over stuff, you know? And I think it just takes a moment and like just say like, hey, listen, everyone, whether you like it or not, we're going to buckle down for these next 2 whatever weeks. Amount of time. Mm-hmm. This is what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. And these are the repercussions if you operate outside of that. That's where the government has to step up and be big boys and big girls and
capitalism.
Hey, I'm just saying what it is. If we would have dealt with this early on and just, you know, done our thing, this wouldn't be an issue right now. I just believe that. I
agree.
I'm sorry. There was a TikTok where this dude, like, he had
I saw that.
You saw the Times?
I saw it this morning.
It's like we was talking about the pandemic and
like how long
so it's like a month, 3 months, 6 months, you know, and it's kind of like a little clock. And, you know, he shows like, you know, China, it'll stop at like 3 months. And
France.
It was like France.
Mm-hmm. Italy.
6 months, you know, like pandemic's over. And then it's like, it gets to America. He's like, boom, boom, boom. He just done. This little techno song came on. Cause it's just, I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. I just don't like being confused.
Oh,
I'm talking about this. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like I tested right before I came here. Because in my mind, I'm just like, wait, hold on. You know? Because then I don't know. I just don't like it. I'm over it.
I feel you. But, and then you got some people that like, it's like, they just want to be the pandemic police.
Yes. Oh my God. Know? They be the ones
or they need someone to blame when they get sick. Man, you got me sick. It's like, well, you never know because you're supposed to I'm like, bro, like.
What gets me is that when they just boldly ask you to your face if you're vaccinated. And I'm like,
ain't none of your business.
It ain't none of your if I am or not.
Like, I mean, just keep your distance if you're feeling, you know, unsafe. If like don't
and you should regardless of whether someone is vaccinated or not. All right,
you wouldn't ask somebody like another health question about themselves. Like it's
like, hey, you got an STD?
Yeah. Like people, it's just I don't know.
Yeah. No, and I mean, granted, this is all new for everyone. I get it, and you know, you want to do your due diligence, whatever. Now, mind this isn't. We're not taking no stances, you know, as far as wear a mask, don't wear a mask, whatever. But like my thing is like I'm gonna take the precautions that I can.
Yeah.
On my end, I'm gonna wear my mask. I'm gonna, especially now with this variant, because it's very easily, you know, transferring around. But I'm like, bro, like, no, I don't need you to be like, you're within 5 meters of, like, shut up, like, leave me alone.
It's so funny because I was standing outside the church, like in line to get tested, and there's this lady who was like right on my shoulder. To the point that I thought she was like looking at my text. Like that's how close she was to me. No. And I'm like, I took a whole step forward just to create some distance. In 30 seconds, she was right up on me again. I'm like, woman, I don't need you breathing, literally breathing on my neck.
Are you next in line?
That's a personal space.
I'm like, COVID or not.
Like, COVID or not, bro, I need you to back up.
I remember when they took off the 6 feet stickers off the ground at Starbucks. I think I told y'all this. And I was in line, and that's when people like freshly started taking off masks and stuff. And I'm standing there, and a lady was behind me, but she was so close. And in my mind, I'm like, there's no way we were this close before COVID. Yeah. There's no way. Like you
They're
said,
just being
literally
rebellious
on my neck.
Like, he's like, now, I can't, now I'm going to get even closer.
Bro.
That's just
also,
nasty.
you smell like lavender.
That's just nasty. And then the other day, I was walking through the mall. I think I told you. I was walking through the mall, and this lady is walking around with no mask on. And to each his own. Yeah. But how you want to do your thing, whatever. But she coughed, didn't even cover her mouth. And people are walking past you in the mall. I'm like, you at your big grown age.
Yeah.
You too old to not cover your mouth when you cough. You are not 3 years old. We cannot let this slide. And I'm like, okay, that told me everything I need to know about you right there.
Seriously.
Yeah.
This was pre-pandemic.
She was old? I'm sorry.
She was at least 55, 60.
Okay.
Your big grown age. You better cover your mouth when you cough.
Right.
And it'd be, yeah.
I was going to share a story, but it's a bit too much.
But God forbid you have allergies. Or you just sneeze.
Lucky him.
Or, everyone be like
everybody's on high alert.
That sound a little COVID-y.
Yeah.
Right? Sound like you revving the engine.
There was this video of this guy. I guess it was some strong ginger ale that he was. I heard this ginger ale real strong. Real strong. He opened it up and he got a whip up. He said, that might crack me up.
So stupid. Don't do that in public. Don't do that in public. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Sorry.
Enough COVID talk.
Yeah, that's
for the day.
That ends our segment of COVID talk. COVID complaints.
Yeah. COVID complaints.
Right.
New segment.
Oh man.
This week, guys, tell me what pissed you off with COVID.
You ain't gonna believe how close this man was to me on that again.
The fact that we barely had anything to say about New Year's resolutions.
Right, but we went in on
don't
COVID.
Worry. She was on my neck. No, don't worry. We coming back. Because I want to know how y'all felt. Because I don't know about y'all, but coming into this year, I ain't really have people on Instagram, they just doing the most. 2022 is my year. I'm coming for, and I'm like,
they do that every year though.
Yeah, but some years I have that enthusiasm. This year I ain't have it. I feel like I was crawling to the finish line of 2021.
Yeah.
I'm like, please, Lord.
Right at the end, like Squid Games.
Yeah.
I try to get past the line.
And don't get me wrong,
Wait,
I know.
Oh, y'all haven't seen Squid Games?
No.
Has anyone seen Squid Games? You have?
I use context clues.
I watched it. I liked it.
Sorry, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I mean, finish line.
We made it.
Sorry. Anyway, I don't subscribe to the notion that a new year starts and everything is just better.
Right.
But I'm I don't know if I just need the mental flip just to convince myself maybe this year is going to be a little different than the last 6 months of my life. I feel like 2021, the first 6 months for me was really good, but the last 6 months, I was like, Lord Jesus, I can't do another 6 months like this. I cannot. So my mind was just so consumed with just, life problems and, just all the things that could happen. It's you just barely make it out, and I don't have the the last week of 2021. I have the strength to muster up, the thought of what are my goals.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
What? Go. I'm trying to live.
Whoa.
Let living be my goal.
Wake up tomorrow. That's my goal,
bro. And everybody's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Import these files
and my vision board and all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm here for all of that. Don't get me wrong, but I ain't had it this year.
No.
Yeah.
this year I was telling Christina, well, not this year, last year. It's just weird. Like, that's been my word, and that's the only way I know how to describe it. I mean, aside from all the COVID stuff, and that has its part in it too, but it's weird. Like, this last year, it was like no other year in my life. Like, it was just weird. I don't know how else to explain it. It was just like weird.
Yeah, okay.
You know? I don't know.
Like, what was the word that you would, like, if you could use any word to describe how?
So stupid.
It was just,
it was weird from like COVID to people passing to like, just different seasons of stretching and pulling and then it was just one thing after another, and it's just like, God, dog, like, can I get a minute to like process? And now 2022, and you want me to have goals? That's exactly
facts. Yo, that's it.
No.
I was
in my bed at New Year's. Y'all was up. I was like sleep mode.
In my bed.
Knocked out.
I wish I was.
Yeah, I was just the last week of 2021, like, you trying to like rush to get everything done that you don't want to take into the new year. I'm like, you know what? We all going. Come on.
This project, that project. Come on with me.
In January, it's just another week.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have to
is.
It's gonna have to get taken into that, because
I think that was part of my outlook too. Like, I really wasn't looking at it as like the new year how I normally would. It was just kind of like, okay, we're going into 2022.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't, like, you know, like when you got older, like Christmas wasn't like what Christmas used to be. It just kind of became another day.
Or your birthdays.
Right.
You know.
I feel like that's kind of similar to how I felt going into like New Year's. It was just like, okay, it's just stores are going to be closing earlier. And you know what I mean?
Life as an adult.
Like, but I guess, but part of that is what we've experienced and like all this stuff, and you know, it was just like, okay, let's just keep moving. Let's keep getting it done. Let's get into this mode of gotta get into the mode, but like stay in this mode of keep pressing, get this done.
Right.
Boom, 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 boom.
Right.
It really wasn't anything special for me.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a major shift that happens.
Yeah.
You know, I think especially the older you get, like you just said, you just notice that that sounded a little COVID-y. You okay?
It's a sniff. Okay. Sniffles.
All right. Just making sure you know.
Sounded like some phlegm was up in there.
Oh, did it?
Some little Marion particles came out just dancing out your nose, you know? But yeah, I don't think it's a major shift. I think the older we get, we realize that it's just little changes that you make to your life, or little, you know, just little things that you have to do that make the big, or get you the big results.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah,
I don't have a switch to flip.
Yeah.
But if I'm a little bit better than I was yesterday, a little bit better than I was last week, hopefully by the end of the year, it's like, all right,
yeah, I'm
where I want to be.
That's just progress. That's all that is.
Yeah.
And I think
one
even
day at a time.
Maybe that's even just a testament to how we should look at our, like, a new year.
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily like all the goals, because you start adding so many things that by time, you know, the month is out, like January is done, you get all this fatigue because you're not doing anything familiar.
Right.
You know what I mean? So maybe it is like, okay, let me just change a few degrees here.
Right.
Like, if you think about it, like, if you have a cruise ship that's, you know,
Come on,
heading
analogy.
out,
I already like where this is going.
if you just move like 1 or 2 degrees, that makes a huge difference in the long run. You know, in the short run it doesn't, but in the long run, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, maybe there's something to that where we like, let's focus on a few areas. Just a few.
And I normally never set more than maybe 3 or 4 goals for a year, because it's just a lot. And then by March, you're just done. Everybody falls off. That's like everybody going to the gym.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know, in January. I passed by one today. That parking lot was thick.
Yep.
And
everyone's like, I'm gonna get this body.
Right. Give it till the end of February.
Yep.
It's gonna be because it's hard to keep up with. It's hard to manage.
Yeah.
But yeah, even with those little 3 goals that I tried to sit down and I was like, I don't got nothing, God. I don't got nothing. I just want to be healthier all around in my life. And I don't know exactly what that looks like, you know. But just in my relationships, mentally, spiritually, financially, like I just want to get to the end of the year and be like, man, it's been a healthy year.
Yeah.
You know?
Healthy year with healthy growth.
Yeah.
Very good.
Do you guys feel like there's any keys to this year for you guys individually that will make it a successful year for you? William?
I'm still thinking, but
she had her hand
up. She had her hand up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You probably didn't see.
Gotcha.
But for me, it's intentionality. I feel like this year I started off strong with God, and it's like,
this year or last year?
Last year, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry,
I'm like, it's day 2, so I mean, it's possible.
I started off yesterday really well. Today,
not so good. I was gonna say something. Anyway, last year, but I think this year, I have to be more intentional. I think I request a lot from God. And it's like, God, do this, do that. I need this, that type of thing. But it's like, are you spending time in your word? Like, are you seeking me?
Yeah.
That's good.
And if I'm honest with myself, I have not been. You know, I read the word in the morning and then I start my day. But am I like spending time?
And by word, she means Bible, guys.
Yes, sorry, Bible. But no, I'm not. So I think this year, instead of allowing like the circumstances and what I'm believing for overwhelm me, because if I look at it through my own eyes, there's no way I can do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that, you know, but seeking the one who can do all things, I have to be intentional. I can't just let that slip me by. And I was like convicted today at church because it was just kind of like, bro, I got to. So intentionality for me.
I'm not gonna. I feel like I'm kind of in that same vein. I think I take that back. I'm say more like stay the course. I think I've kind of been on this upward movement, and just I kind of want to just stay in there. Like I don't know if there's necessarily keys, but there's certain things that I feel like God's kind of pointed out to me that I want to be more intentional about this year, and it's really just stay the course, continue on this path, keep moving in the direction that I'm going, and just continue to grow in that. So I can't really speak to any like keys.
I mean,
or anything
that
like
is
that,
one.
but
for you,
it's stay the course, and catch with whatever's along the way.
Yeah. I think for me, it's just not being a prisoner of the moment. You know, I feel like, you know, life is gonna happen. Like I think people enter a new year like, oh my God, thank God this isn't 2021. Yeah. But I started off the podcast last year, our first podcast of the year, saying that 2020 was a hoe. You know? And 2021 was also a hoe. Like it, you know, so 2022 might also be a hoe.
We don't find herself right now.
We don't know.
It'll have hoish tendencies.
Yeah, like we don't know. And so like when life happens, like I expect it to, it's like, okay, this too shall pass. Yeah. You know, and not just being so caught up in the moment and bogged down by stress and anxiety and things like that. Like I just good.
I feel all of that.
Yeah.
You know, so true.
I just want to keep my perspective and my viewpoint bigger than what's happening in front of me. Yeah. You know, because it's just easy to just be consumed by that. But if we keep the big picture in mind, it's like, all right, this is happening right now, but this is going to be over. I've had moments in my life that were like dark, you know, and stressful and stuff like that. But if you live, you keep living, you live a little bit more life, you look back and you're like, man, that was a hard time, but you're not there anymore. Yeah. Right. And so like when that happens, just not being so caught up by it. Yeah. And same thing with good things, because I've had awesome moments. There were awesome moments in 2021. For me, thankfully, like I never seem to lack opportunity. Like God is always opening doors and giving me connections with important people. And I don't take that for granted. But even those very important moments and those good things, like they don't last forever either. Yeah. So you can't be so high because if you stay, you stay too high, like that fall hurts. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's like the part in that Maverick City song.
Yes,
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. In Youre.
Yeah. And like when I really listened to the lyrics for that part, what's that part? You remember the part?
I thought it was "Wait on You."
You talking about
at the end when
I didn't. There's nothing I can do to let you down.
No, it's the part where it's like when the sun goes down, like remind me. She gonna pull it up, but something like that. So like when those moments of like, you know, the bad things happen, remind me of the high point, this point that I'm at right now where you're with me, remind me of that point. Because sometimes when the bad things happen, we be so like, we forget. And it's like, shoot, like you just so bombarded. What is it?
And it's, I don't want to forget how I feel right now on the mountaintop. I can see so clear what it's all about. So stay by my side when the sun goes down.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I
mean, when you were saying that, it made me think.
And that's right. The Bible just talking about like just remembering.
Yeah.
There's so much power in just our memory.
Just remembering what God did. Like, and how we faced these situations before or similar situations where we didn't know what the answer, how to handle it or whatever. And we say, God, please help me, such and such. And he did. But then, like, when a similar situation comes back up, we forget about how he saved us the last time.
Jesus.
You know?
Help.
And he's like, but can you remember the last time?
Bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much in just remembering. Like, and being able to trust God.
Huh?
What'd you
say? I was saying we probably look so stupid. Like to God, he's just like
I did this
right. Like we did. You remember,
sweetie?
Come, remember?
Sweetie.
And we're like, no.
But God, this is a different one.
He's like, oh, thanks for working it out.
What's wrong with you?
That's good.
That's so real.
That is so good.
William, keys to a successful 2022.
I think just. For me or for other people?
For you.
For me, I think listening to my gut, because as I look back over last year, it was kind of right on a lot of things. But in the moment, I didn't fully want to trust it. But later on, maybe like a week later or a month later, after some time had passed, it was like, yep, I had that one right. Yep, I had that one right. Because once a situation unfolds,
right,
you know, and sometimes you keep yourself from saying certain things or doing certain things, just maybe out of fear or wisdom, one or the other. But I would say trusting my gut more. And then what y'all said about, what did y'all said about
not being prisoner of the moment?
It was another thing you said.
Christina said?
Yeah, about the remembering. I don't remember exactly, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I didn't even mean to do that. But just, you know how it says like focus on things of a good report or whatever? Like focus on the good things.
Mm-hmm. That's the William translation.
Yeah.
But I'm
because that's Auntie Ernestine always said that. She always says focus on things of a good report. So maybe that's her saying. I don't know. Anyway, all of that stuff. I don't like going last. I don't like this.
I don't like this.
Yeah. But you hit your point. So.
I forgot. That's the thing. I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say, and I can't. If it comes back, but trust your gut.
Yeah.
Trust your gut. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Is there anything creatively that you guys want to accomplish this year?
Adobe.
Oh, you're doing that.
All of the Adobe things.
The Adobe
just
suite.
Learning it.
The whole suite.
Okay.
The
She's
whole
just Adobe.
All of that.
Adobe Acrobat.
Mm-hmm. And that the signature when you be signing. That
PDFs.
Like that's a nice signature. Adobe Acrobat.
I think I want to work my way up the football ladder. I think I want to shoot some more. You know what? Not even just football. I think it can be like some more athletic stuff. I think I want to shoot some more stuff and try to kind of like work my way up there. I think I'm starting to get my rhythm a little bit, and I think
Joseph got his groove back.
That's it. So, yeah, I think that's one of the things that just comes to mind, like off the top of my head.
Okay, William, since you don't want to go last,
these are goals.
or it's just something you want to do
creatively?
I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry. I didn't hear it.
Something you want to
accomplish creatively this year. I love having you on. I just want to know that.
Thanks.
I mean that.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Honestly, I think I just want to be better than I am right now than last year, because I just have a lot of room for improvement. And I think that in trying to get in a rhythm and a routine and trying to keep up with life and work and everything, that some things when it comes to skill and continuing to build skill, it can kind of fall by the wayside, because right now I just need to keep up. Yes. You know, I just need to make this or get this out or whatever. So I'd like to really start to maybe push myself a little more. You know, I like my work, but it's kind of basic too. Yeah. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Surface level.
It's what?
Surface level.
Yeah, I guess.
I get what I get what you're saying. Like, it's
I wanna wow myself again. Okay. That sounds kind of Kanye, but you know what I'm saying?
That makes
like,
complete sense.
I want to be like, oh dang, like the video I'm working on we're copying like let me not say copy, but
inspired
by a Hillsong video, and I'm making one for the church with that same kind of vibe, and I really like it. I think it's a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So. Just to keep pushing myself, I'll say.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. I should have gone first, but I'm right there with you. Like, I just want to take my creativity to a whole nother level. You know, I feel like you said, like sometimes we get so caught up in just trying to keep up with things that we don't take the time to spend on our craft, developing it, challenging ourselves. And I just want to get back to that. I want to get back to a place where I just like love the process, love trying something new. I mean, because I think my work is, you know, I think it's okay. I think it's good. I think people like my work, but really only you and God really, really know what you're capable of. Yeah. And there's just heights that I haven't even touched yet. Like I haven't even I haven't peaked yet, you know? And I just want to I just want to go to another level. That's all. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what projects I'm going to have, what opportunities, but I just want, I want to create from a different place. I want to get back to creating from like a place of passion and not like just
stress and
doing
deadlines.
Stuff. Yeah, you know, and it's harder to do, like, you know, the older you get, the more responsibilities you have and all that stuff. Like me creating at 22, 23 looks different and, you know, than me creating at 28. But I just want to get back to just loving it so much that, you know, you just put the time in, like you used to, you know?
Yeah.
So that's like what I got, man.
Yes.
I have an updated one because I didn't really like my answer. I want to find my niche in this creative world. Yeah. Like, I think like, learning like Adobe, yes, I do want to do that. But also like, whether it's in front of the camera, behind the camera, what capacity it is for real, and like hone in on that and like do it. Yeah. You know? So
I'm
it's mine.
I think it's gonna be a good year for you though, because like
I'm excited to see.
Yeah, because I feel like the cool thing with you.
Let's wrap this up. We don't got that much time.
But I'll say real quick, like the cool thing with you is that I feel like you're in this beginning stage, and that's like a really exciting stage to be in.
Yeah.
Like when I first started editing video, I was just making like little vlogs with my friends, editing on Final Cut. Thank God I don't edit on that anymore.
Praise the Lord.
You know, but
go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, my first video, I don't remember what it was, but it just like, whoa, this is awesome. Yeah. I just never stopped. So
and it's hard to get that place back.
Yeah.
So like enjoy it while you're in it.
Yeah.
You know, while you're learning it, like learning everything.
Yeah.
Just savor it and don't let it stress you out too much, because that's a golden time, you know.
Because I'd be talking Adobe Talk.
Yeah.
With Christine. I'm like, because you know the layers, because when I put it on the canvas and I had to, you know, the vector was just off, you know.
That doesn't even make sense. The vector was off.
And then after, like, Christine, does that make sense? She's like, you know.
I understand what you're saying. But I like being able to speak it to you and you understand. Yeah. I was like, so she called me the other day needing help with something she was doing in Photoshop. And I was like, okay, well, first, is it a canvas or is it an artboard? And she's like, yeah, it's an artboard. And I'm like, I'm just,
I get it now.
I'm glad that you know the lingo.
I know the things.
A whole new world.
Yeah. It's like I can understand it, but I can't speak it. Like, yeah.
I understand the language.
Like,
no speaking.
No
speaking.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm not gonna do inspirations this week because the year just started. So I'm gonna let y'all off the hook.
Okay.
Because y'all never have one anyway, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna leave it there. Thank you guys for listening. If you want to follow us on Instagram, like you should, because that's where everything is at, you can follow us at Creatives Are Essential. Creativesareessential.co. Pick up some merch. We actually just dropped the blackout edition of the t-shirt, the last drop, and this is actually going to be the last colorway of that shirt, and we're like done with it. So hopefully by the time you're listening to this, there's still your sizes, available. But if not, we got some more stuff coming this year. So,
and don't assume that your size is going to be available, because I have people approaching me like, "Oh yeah, can I get that? Y'all got a large?"
Right.
I text Christina, she's like, "Nah, like we been done
out.
that,
I'm sold out.
We out."
Yeah.
But
if you like it, cop it.
Seriously.
Yep.
And if you like, the podcast and you want to support us, and we're trying to do some things, upgrade some stuff, you can support monetarily by, what is it? Donating.
Yes.
$ Creatives Are Essential. You can cash app us, and we greatly appreciate it. But until the next one, we gonna see y'all.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, friends.
Happy New Year, friends.
New Year.
Peace.
Later.